Veil of silence. Pope Leo XIV, the Church's scandals and America's shadow. In the marble silence of Vatican City, where centuries of secrets echo through candlelit corridors, a storm has always brewed just beneath the surface. Now, with the rise of Pope Leo XIV, born Robert Francis Prevost of Chicago, the storm is no longer whispering, it's roaring. For decades, the Roman Catholic Church has battled allegations of sexual abuse, cover-ups, and systemic protection of predators. Bishops reassigned, victims silenced, settlements paid quietly, as if redemption could be bought. But behind every closed door, behind every golden chalice, the question persisted: who allowed this to happen? And now, on the throne of St. Peter sits a man whose name has been whispered in some of those very investigations. When Prevost served as bishop in Chiclayo, Peru, his image was that of a quiet, pastoral missionary. But leaked reports and journalistic investigations suggest that during his tenure, he permitted an accused priest to reside near a school, despite warnings. The priest had been accused of abuse, yet no canonical trial was launched. The decision, cloaked in pastoral discretion, now casts a long shadow. Was it mercy or complicity? As head of the dicastery for bishops, Prevost later became one of the most powerful figures in the Church, overseeing the appointments of bishops worldwide. He was tasked with choosing who would lead the Church's faithful, and more quietly, who would protect its secrets. But the timing of his rise aligned with American diplomatic influence, financial stabilization within the Vatican Bank, and soft whispers from Washington raises another, darker question. Was Leo XIV chosen to reform the Church, or to protect its oldest sins? In the United States, where the Catholic Church has paid over $4 billion in abuse settlements, political and legal pressure has intensified. Files sealed for decades are being opened. Names once protected by the cloth are facing trial. Yet, suddenly, an American pope emerges, a figure known for discretion, diplomacy, and obedience. Coincidence or strategic installation? Some Vatican insiders claim the election of a pope from the US was unthinkable just 10 years ago. American clergy were seen as too tied to corporate interests, intelligence networks, and political lobbies, particularly the Republican right. Even former President Donald Trump had deep ties to Catholic power brokers and once hinted at the Church needing strong leadership again. Now, with Pope Leo XIV seated in white robes, some believe America has finally breached the walls of the Vatican, not with armies, but with influence. And what of the scandals? Under Pope Leo XIV, there are promises of reform again. Promises to listen to survivors, to increase transparency. But critics warn, the face may be new, but the machinery is the same. The same tribunals, the same legal shields, the same quiet payments in dioceses from Boston to Buenos Aires. There are whispers of deep cooperation with tech firms to scrub digital records. AI systems helping dioceses track and prevent abuse, or perhaps hide it faster. Some survivors groups fear the Vatican is now more equipped to cover its tracks than confess its sins. Meanwhile, in the US, conservative Catholic media celebrates Leo XIV as a return to tradition, while progressives quietly watch his moves with cautious optimism. Is he truly a reformer, or a carefully constructed firewall? One thing is clear. The Vatican, under Pope Leo XIV, is navigating a new world order, one with surveillance satellites, financial audits, digital espionage, and media leaks. The old rituals remain incense, Latin prayers, golden rings, but behind the lace and silk is an institution fighting for survival in the modern age. And the man now wearing the fisherman's ring? He speaks softly, he moves cautiously. But in every photo behind his gentle smile there is something else, a guarded awareness. As if he knows the walls are closing in. As if he was placed there not to guide the church, but to protect it from implosion. For centuries, the church survived emperors, revolutions, and reformers. But can it survive truth? With Leo XIV, the Vatican may have found its most strategic leader yet, or its most dangerous gamble. And the victims? Still waiting, still praying, still watching. Because when power and silence walk hand in hand, heaven is not the only one watching.